Good morning and thanks for watching Times News with me, Tabi Kamangala Munifumbo. First, the headlines. MCP and an independent candidate win in the Mansa and Chilaweni by-elections in unofficial results. Former Reserve Bank of Malawi Governor Dalitso Kabambe pledges to help in the realization of UTM party's vision for the country. And in other news, various political commentators have urged Vice President Michael Usi to address real challenges facing the country. We have these and many other stories. Please do stay with us. Our top story this morning, unofficial results indicate that an independent candidate, Maxwell Piri, has carried the day in a local government by-election that took place yesterday at Chilaweni Ward in Blantyre. Piri got 1,882 votes to defeat other 8 candidates. Anthony Mitambo of Opposition United Democratic Front got 635, while Ruben Lungu of Democratic Progressive Party ended third with 467 votes. Ted Kalata of newly formed People's Development Party has claimed the 4th position with 392 votes. Meanwhile, unofficial results for Mansa Ward by-elections in Mangochi indicate that MCP candidate Stuart Mwase has won the elections with 1,073 votes. DPP candidate Kida Adam has come second with 493 votes, while UDF candidate is standing in 3rd position with 476 votes. People's Development Party got 57 votes, while Umodzi Party candidate has finished last with 17 votes. Malawi Electoral Commission is expected to officially announce the votes. Malawi Electoral Commission Chairperson Annabelle Mtalimanja says the by-elections went on well. Now, former Reserve Bank of Malawi Governor Dalitso Kabambe has pledged to help in the realization of UTM party's vision for the country. He was speaking after officially joining the party at Masambanjati in Cholo district on Tuesday. Gift Sitima was there and filed this report read by Sam Banda Jr.
Kabambe believes UTM's manifesto and philosophy are critical for the transformation of Malawi and its people.
What struck me is that for most of those manifestos, they are more or less similar. They want more or less the same things that they are promising in those manifestos to Malawians. But I think what differentiates those manifestos is that these others, they have those things in their manifestos. They promised them, Malawians gave them a chance to come into government. They never did the things that they promised Malawians. And in my view, among the major parties, only UTM probably, which has not had that chance of coming as a UTM government into government. And I'm thinking that probably next year Malawians may give a chance to UTM to form a government so that what they have said in their manifesto and believing that they're going to do it would transform the Malawi as a nation.
In her remarks, UTM Secretary General Patricia Kaliati claims some are threatening party members to stop candlelight memorial activities in honor of their departed leader, Saulos Chilima. But she vows to continue mourning their leader and growing his vision. Felix Njawala, who speaks for the party, says the coming of Kabambe is a testimony that the party is getting stronger each passing day.
People have confidence. You know, after the death of our leader, a lot of people are sympathizing with our party. And this is just an indication that there are more people that have joined the party. Some are active, some may not be active, as Dr. Kabambe is. But there are a lot of people that are joining the party, some silently, some are just sympathizing with us. And now is the time that people have realized that in Dr. Chilima we had a leader. In Dr. Chilima we had a vision for this country. And that vision now is imparted in the UTM party.
Meanwhile, political analyst Wonderful Mkuche believes Kabambe will give a new breather to the party.
Dr. Kabambe joining UTM has given the party more leadership options. As we all know, the party is going through a leadership crisis. They don't really know which direction to go to as they look forward to the convention as well as next year's elections.
The UTM leadership says Kabambe has joined the party alongside 300 people from other political parties.
Various political commentators have urged Vice President Michael Usi to address real challenges facing the country, arguing his current tour of public facilities is more theatrical than the work needed. The analysts also picked on issues with the choice of agencies that Usi, President Lazarus Chakwera's appointee as vice president following the death of Saulos Chilima in a tragic accident, as less challenging. More in this report by Mercy Matonga.
The calls were made following Usi's surprise visits to various government departments and institutions in the southern region where he has been monitoring performance of the institutions. In an interview, Human Rights Defenders Coalition HRDC Executive Director Gift Trapency said Usi is ignoring Immigration Department where people are spending day and nights in search for the passport. He said the Vice President should be strategic in terms of engagement of different government departments such as immigration where Malawians are facing challenges. In a separate interview, Center for Social Accountability and Transparency CSAT Executive Director Willie Kambandila said it is high time that the Vice President should focus on real issues affecting Malawians.
I think what we see now from the Vice President and all those in the presidency, I think it's a mockery to the sufferings of Malawians. I think they seem to be saying that they are at least doing something while they are dodging the real issues that are affecting the lives and the welfare of Malawians. Honestly, one would expect the Vice President to be engaged in more structured engagement with the duty bearers, but also to pay attention to the pressing issues that are affecting Malawians now. At the moment, we have an issue about the passport crisis, which appears to have no lasting solution in sight. And we haven't seen him paying attention to those issues. Instead, he's just focusing issues that have no impact on the lives of Malawians.
One passport seeker, Anastasia Zulu, who traveled from Nchinju on Monday, asked the government to intervene on the immigration issues as it is heavily affecting the underprivileged. Responding to the sentiments from the Analyst Office of Vice President, spokesperson Pirani Piri said the Vice President could not make it to all departments in 5 days.
Oxfam Malawi has started mobilizing people to vote for women, the youth and people with disabilities in elections. Oxfam Country Director Lingalileni Mihoa said this on Tuesday at a media briefing in Blantyre. The initiative is part of the Promoting Gender Transformative and Inclusive Political Participation of Women, Youth and Marginalized Groups in Electoral Processes initiative. Richard Jurombo reports.
Mihoa said there is a need for stakeholders to join hands in promoting the participation of women, youths and people with disabilities in electoral processes.
This is to brief officially the media about our project that we are implementing, Oxfam together with WOLEC, with funding from the European Union. We received 7 billion Malawi kwacha to implement a program on gender transformative and youth inclusive elections in Malawi, democracy and elections in Malawi. So as you can see, the project is around supporting the marginalized groups, women and the youth to take part actively and effectively in political processes leading to the elections and afterwards. And we thought that quite a lot of it is to do with changing the mindset of the people around people with disability taking part in elections, around young people, how their voices should be used in a better way, and about the women themselves. And so we felt that the most important thing is for us to have the media fully briefed about the project so that they can also take active role in making sure that this project reaches all corners of Malawi.
On her part, one of the participants, Chisomo radio station manager Jean Chirombo, said media practitioners have to be taken as partners in disseminating election-related messages.
As you know, our role in media is not just to entertain. We are also there to educate as well as to inform the publics. So Oxfam and WOLEC in this consortium are promoting issues of good governance and also political participation of women, the youth and the marginalized. So it is essential now for the media to come in and play their part, and which is to disseminate information and also to educate the masses. So these engagements will necessitate a public flow of information where people now will know the nitty-gritties of what is involved or what they should expect.
The project is being funded by the European Union.
Association of People with Albinism, APAM, in Mzuzu has asked police to tighten security for its members as the 2025 general election is drawing closer. Mzuzu APAM chairperson Tabondwa Nungu said some of its members have started living in fear following what has happened in Mulanje, where a grave whose deceased is a person with albinism was tampered with. From Mzuzu, Sam Kalimira reports.
Nungu said cases of people threatening, attacking and killing people with albinism normally become a common phenomenon during elections, hence the call to police to ensure they are accorded tight security. He acknowledged that no cases of threats, murder or any form of attacks against people with albinism has been registered in Mzuzu in the past 4 years, emphasizing that it is encouraging.
The police, they need to put up security so that we can stay safe and we can move together with these elections, because the cases are already started in Mulanje.
Speaking separately, Mzuzu Police Station Officer Henry Kalungu said there is an increase in crime rate by 3% in the second quarter of this year, but said efforts are there to ensure the cases are reduced.
In terms of crime, though we have raised it a bit, but we are faring very good. We have increased the numbers for patrols during the night and the day, that is day and night patrols, and we make sure that the visibility of police officers in our city is very visible. That is to reduce the fear of crime.
Mzuzu Police Station Executive Committee Chairperson Manish Rampalia said they will continue working hand in hand with police to ensure cases of crime continue going down. Ramparia said cities with low crime rates attract more investors to establish businesses, thereby contributing positively to the country's economic growth.
People that are trusting us because of we are gathering every 2-3 months to make sure our northern region there is a good security and safety.
Mzuzu Police has reduced road accidents by 49% and also other crimes such as theft, rape in the first half of the year. Mzuzu Police Station manages 9 police units, including those in Mzimba North, such as Ekwendeni, Enukweni, Enyizini, Chambo and Ntwaro.
Zabuka Publishing Company, a subsidiary of the Times Group, has launched 10 new Blossom series of textbooks specifically designed for early childhood development. The company's publishing manager, Maureen Masamba, said Zabuka is dedicated to contributing to the national agenda through educational materials. More in this report by Lweleni Mpasa, read by Sam Banda.
The textbooks cover essential subjects such as mathematics, English and environmental activities. Speaking during the launch in Blantyre on Tuesday, Masamba said the textbooks development is a significant milestone in Malawi's education sector.
The impact for these books is going to be big. As I indicated, there's been a gap in terms of teaching and learning materials at that level. There hasn't been any book which were written and prescribed in line with the ECD curriculum. So these are the first publications that we have launched today that have been written in line with the ECD curriculum, which means that CBCs, private nursery schools, which are supposed to use the ECD curriculum, have now the material which they can use. The quality of the books, the way the activities have been incorporated in the books will help the children to nurture their skills development, listening, reading, and even writing.
Deputy Director in the Ministry of Gender, Children, Disability and Social Welfare, Justin Hamela, said investing in early childhood development is crucial for building a prosperous nation.
We have over 13,200 CBCCs in the country, but out of them, only 25% have the standard structures. Our plea to the development partners that we really needed to support these CBCCs and ensure that they are provided with teaching and learning material. As you are aware, in CBCC, children learn through play. And the materials that they need to use for them to learn are like the ones that have been launched this morning. As a ministry, we are very excited by the gesture that the Zabuka has made.
The event was spiced up with activities of learners from Jole Kids Nursery School and Itilitonse CBC from Lunzu, who demonstrated ECD preschool techniques and narrated lessons drawn from the new textbooks.
You're watching the news on Times TV. We'll be back with more after this break.
You have all your MASM information in one place. With the MASM mobile app, all MASM members register on the MASM mobile app. Download the app from Apple Store or Google Play Store. Install, store, and open. Click register to register. Enter your membership number. The default membership number has 9 digits. If you don't succeed, try 11 digits. Choose your name, password, and OTP destination. Remember, when adding your mobile number, 265, not plus 265. You can also register with your email address easily and keep updated with your MASM account right in the palm of your hand. For more information, email info@masm.mw or visit www.masm.mw.
We are back with the latest lineup from Betway. Betway is from 3. Start strong with cash out and sweat bet. Plus, you can boost your sports bet with Win Boost.
And pick up any penny. Pali freebie Friday. Smart Pigs. Build our bet.
They've also got their back to Odds Boost and Betway Stars. You always get way more with Betway.
Welcome back. Still in the news, a grouping of Times Radio listeners, particularly my Wamagono program, has called for more support in assisting vulnerable groups such as children with disabilities and orphans. Members of the group said this when they donated assorted items to children with disabilities at Chikamveka Primary School at Matawale in Zomba and Courageous Kids Foundation at Mpemba in Blantyre. The donation was part of Times Radio's 9th birthday anniversary. Selina Tambula has the details.
Chairperson of the group, Chris Ebanda, said they decided to put resources together to assist children with disabilities in Zomba to ensure they continue with their education despite their various conditions.
As women who listen to the Mai wa Makono program, we decided to assist the children after observing the challenges that the children go through. They don't have adequate food, clothes, and soap. This is why we decided to come together as a group after we put our resources together. We also thank DAP for donating clothing items.
In his motivational talk, Times Radio presenter Fungai Mutsinze encouraged the learners, saying they too can contribute to their personal and national development if they work hard. Head teacher of Chikamvega Primary School, Eunice Tewe, appreciated the donation, saying they're facing challenges such as inadequate wheelchairs, pit latrines, and other learning and teaching materials.
We are lacking wheelchairs. The whole Chikamvega Primary School, we have only one wheelchair, but we have these physical disabilities that they need what? They need wheelchairs. And also we are lacking a toilet. We have only one toilet whereby girls and boys, they are using the same what? The same toilet, which is unhealthy for them. And also we are lacking the beds and bed and mattresses.
Later, the group also visited Courageous Kids Foundation, where its founder, Courageous Musasa, appealed for more support, saying they are facing many challenges such as shortage of food and school fees. She said there are about 98 children at the orphanage and 38 of them are in secondary school, while 8 are in college. Times Radio Programs Manager Tabi Kamangala Mwenefumbo encouraged the children to work hard in their studies so that they too become independent in future. The donation comprised flour, soap, salt, and clothing items, which were donated by DAP.
The Ministry of Transport and Public Works has vowed to be proactive in resolving grievances of its employees. The ministry's Principal Secretary of Administration, Madalo Nyambose, said this after appearing before the Parliamentary Committee on Legal Affairs in Lilongwe. Nyambose said they will strive to resolve the matters at ministerial level to prevent future occurrences. She speaks to our reporter, Pempero Malimba.
Going forward, the takeaway from the ministry is for us to be very proactive in resolving cases whenever we have them administratively. We should not be allowing these cases to be going as far as the ombudsman, but rather perhaps we should be finding an administrative way of completing, unless perhaps we have completely not agreed with the officers, then perhaps they can go to report. The other takeaway is our proactiveness in resolving these matters efficiently.
The committee's chairperson, Peter Adimba, said they will engage various government institutions to ensure government's employees are paid their salaries on time. Ombudsman Grace Malera stressed the need for more awareness of her office's mandate.
There is need for more MDAs to understand the mandate of the Office of the Ombudsman. I think once that is done, people will know the importance of the role of the Ombudsman, that it is a constitutional office, and will be more inclined to implement the directives that come from the Ombudsman. But more importantly, as I emphasized in this meeting, there's also need for a proactive approach where ethics and professional standards are entrenched, so that you don't even have cases of maladministration. So, in other words, there shouldn't be cases coming to the Office of the Ombudsman because people are providing quality service delivery, they are acting ethically, they are acting professionally, and in the few cases that those things happen, then we come in as a corrective mechanism, and that whatever we decide is eventually complied with. So basically, one looks at preempting or curbing issues of maladministration, but in the few isolated cases where they happen, that the relevant corrective mechanisms should be allowed to play their course and should be complied with.
Minister of Labour Agnes Nyalonje has challenged 478 youths who have graduated in vocational skills to become entrepreneurs. Nyalonje said this can help the nation meet Malawi 2063 agenda. Brenda Kayo has more in this report.
Chakwera called on
Nyalonje was speaking on Tuesday in Lilongwe during the graduation ceremony for the 478 youths. She said for the country to develop economically, it needs people that think beyond setting up big enterprises which can contribute to the economy of the country.
The young men graduating, the young women graduating are very confident that wherever they're going to go, they're going to make something of themselves because of these courses. So today is a great day because we have 478 reasons to be joyful, to be grateful, and to celebrate that which Malawi does well.
World Vision National Director Charles Chimombo also urged unemployed graduates in the country to consider venturing into entrepreneurship rather than waiting for formal employment. He said it is unfortunate that many people who graduated in the past are staying idle, waiting for formal employment instead of venturing into entrepreneurship.
Unemployment, especially for the youth, is one of the challenges that we're facing in Malawi. There are a lot of people that are graduating out of colleges or secondary school, but it's very difficult for them to get employment. So one way of trying to empower the youth so that they can stand on their own and earn a living, a livelihood, is to send them on the entrepreneurship skills.
World Vision invested about 500 million for the training of 478 youth.
Well, that's the news for now, but before we go, the headlines again. MCP and an independent candidate win in the Mwanza and Chilaweni by-elections in unofficial results. Former Reserve Bank of Malawi Governor Dalitso Kabambe pledges to help in the realization of UTM party's vision for the country. And in other news, various political commentators have urged Vice President Michael Usi to address real challenges facing the country. You can get more on these and other stories by visiting www.times.mw, liking and following our Facebook page Times 360 Malawi, X at Times 360 Malawi, and by subscribing to 1895 by dialing *1895#. I'm Tabi Gamangala Munifumbo. Goodbye.